Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Train Sim World CSX Heavy Haul. We're going to carry on just where we left off. We're going to go back to our tutorials. You can see that we did 3 in the last episode, and this time round we're probably going to do another 3 depending on how long these are. We're going to go ahead and do the locomotive refueling. Then we'll have a look at the AC 4400CW as an introduction to that unit. And then we'll have a look at coal loading. So let's go ahead and click on locomotive refueling, and we'll go ahead and click on start.
Refueling is an important part of keeping a locomotive running, so let's go over how we do it. A refueling stand consists of 2 components: the hose, which connects to the locomotive, and the pump activation control. A locomotive is already stopped in the right place. Walk over and remove the fuel cap.
Okay, so one of the really cool additions on CSX, on Train Sim World, this new iteration of Train Simulator, is that we can actually go ahead and refuel our trains. Obviously, if they're electric in the future, you're probably not going to do that because you don't need to refuel them. But this one is a diesel electric. So we are going to need to do that. Let's remove the fuel cap.
Now, go and pick up the fuel hose.
Okay, pick up the fuel hose. Pop it into. Oh, did it anyway.
Take it over to the locomotive and attach the hose to the fuel tank.
Yep, that's done. And then I'm assuming we
return to the fuel stand and activate the refueling pump. The system will automatically switch off once the tank is full. You can see the state of refueling by observing the indicator on the side of the fuel tank.
Okay, cool. So we can see that going up. I don't know what full is going to be. 1700 is full.
Pick up the hose and put it back on the fuel stand.
Okay, we don't.
And replace the fuel tank cap.
Okay, it kind of clicks back into place itself. That's good. Wow, that was a short one.
And that's all there is to it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do the next tutorial then.
This is where you'll learn all about train brakes and how they work. On this locomotive, there are 3 braking systems available to the engineer. Dynamic, auto, and independent. Dynamic brakes work by reversing the polarity of the traction motors. When a train is moving, this action causes resistance against the turning axles. As this system only works when the axles are turning, this means the dynamic brake cannot stop a train, only slow it down. Train or auto brakes work by controlling air pressure in a brake pipe that runs the entire length of the train. This pipe connects to brake cylinders located on each individual car. In turn, these cylinders push directly onto the wheels to slow them down. Locomotive or independent brakes are similar in operation to the auto brake. However, this brake only affects the locomotive itself, not the entire train. The independent brake is used when switching cars in a yard, or for holding a stopped train on level or low grade.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
When the auto brake is applied, it directly affects something called the equalizing reservoir. Think of this readout as the target pressure for the air-controlled brakes on the train. Next to it is the brake pipe pressure. This indicates the overall brake pressure along the train. So, as the engineer, you set a desired pressure via the equalizing reservoir, and then the brake system will react to match this target. Perform a brake application on this train of 20 cars to see this process in action. Using the auto brake, reduce the equalizing reservoir. Watch for the brake pipe pressure indication to change, matching this reduction, and applying the brakes on the train.
Okay, so I said we were going to go ahead and do the introduction on the other train and the coal loading, but for some reason it's thrown us into the brake theory, so well, we'll stick with this.
Now let's see this same process on a much larger train. Head over to the adjacent locomotive and climb into the cab.
Okay, well, we'll get out of here then. We've been in one of these before. Better shut the door so John doesn't get cold. I'm going to go into this one, I think. There's the marker. And there's the door. For some reason that door didn't like to be closed.
This train has 100 cars. Let's see what difference this has on the reaction speed of the brakes. Repeat the equalizing reservoir reduction from before, again using the auto brake. Watch how long it now takes for the brake pipe pressure to match. The skill of the engineer is knowing when to start braking.
100 cars, wow, that is a big train. So let's put that up to full service. We'll zoom in. Yeah, and it's slow, a lot slower, isn't it?
Now that we have seen the brakes applied, let's see how long it takes to release them. Using the auto brake, set the equalizing reservoir back to its previous position.
Okay, that was down to... it wasn't all the way down, it was... minimum. Or was it on full? Maybe it was on fully released.
This action triggers the brake pipe along the train to begin recharging. When the brake pipe begins to repressurize, the brake cylinders holding the wheels will vent their air completely to the atmosphere. This is a one-way trip. There is no way to partially release these brakes.
Okay, and we can see the air slowly building back up to equalise out there.
It's a lot to take in, so that's all for now. The key aspects to remember are brakes take a while to apply, so plan ahead and be patient. And the brake pipe will only begin to recharge when the auto brake is put into the release position.
Okay, so we put it back into minimum service, then obviously it's still applied and it doesn't vent all of the air and then recharge, so we need to be careful of that. Onwards and upwards, we'll go on to the next tutorial.
Coal loading is a common occurrence on sand patch grade, so we better take a look at how to do it.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and coal load.
To engage the loading process, the train must be moving at a constant rate and not exceeding the speed limit. In order to move the train very slowly, this locomotive is fitted with speed control. This is located on the integrated function display.
We need to press the left arrow for that, okay. Okay, and then we can press the right mouse button to go into mouse mode to select F6. Although that doesn't want to do that for some reason. Do we perhaps need to be moving? Okay, now I can see these buttons down here align to the ones here. So you've got F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7. That will be F8, won't it? Which means 6 is -1. Okay, now I'm with it. Now we can turn the slow speed on with F1.
We're now ready to move under the coal loader ahead, so get the train moving.
Okay.
As we have set the slow speed control, it does not matter what throttle position is used. The locomotive will only travel at the indicated speed.
So we can put that reverser into forward. The brakes are off by the looks of it, so we're going to go into P2 then. Ah, no, they were on. There we go, now we're moving. Very, very slowly. And then we'll go up to 2 miles an hour, I suppose.
When the train is within range, the loader will activate and a notification will appear.
Wow, this is a very, very long train. Yeah, so they are the trucks. No, it's not too bad. Probably about 30 odd cars, isn't it? I wanted to see what this other screen was. So we've got this one, we've got that one, just doing brakes. What's this do? We've got our fan controls. Okay, good. well, let's do an external view.
The process of loading the cars is completely automated. As each car passes under the chute, the loader will dispense coal until it is full. This will continue until all the cars are loaded. With the train under semi-automatic control, you can watch the loading process from an external camera.
Well, here we go, guys. We're going to load the train or the cars up with coal. And I have to say, this game looks absolutely amazing. Compared to the last one, so much better. I understand people have been having a few issues with frame rates and things like that. I have to say, certainly in the tutorials I'm not seeing that so far, but I fully expect it when we get into some of the scenarios. So just to pre-warn you guys, I'm running this on probably what I would say is a mid-spec system. I have a GTX 770 card, so that kind of shows you the age of my machine. It's probably about 3-4 years old now. Although I'm looking at getting a 1080, just so I can start having a look at some of the VR stuff that's coming out. Now we can probably... you can't check back. I thought we could. Can't even go out that either, can we? Oh, that was a weird effect.
To bring the train to a halt, return the throttle handle to idle, and on the integrated function display, press slow speed control off. Now bring the train to a stop.
Idle, well, we can zoom in and do that. And then obviously we're going to creep to a stop there because we're in a very slight incline, I'd suggest. Yeah, very, very slight incline. And we obviously got very little power going through the wheels. For some reason I now can't close the window. How bizarre. Well, we could go ahead and stop. Oh, no, it's done anyway.
You're now trained on loading coal. There are two facilities for coal loading on the Sandpatch grade: Rockwood Mine and Shaw Mine.
Okay guys, well that was our next 3 tutorials on Train Sim World CSX Heavy Haul. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please use that like button to show your appreciation. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time when we're back with another CSX Heavy Haul video. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.